Let's look at problem 12.2.10. We're going to be checking to see if if these variables are independent, edge level of education and your health level. And so here's the data of the level of education and person's health. You're going to conduct a hypothesis test. The null and alternative are here. It's the first choice. The null is level of education, health are independent, meaning there is no relationship between your education and your health level. And the alternative would be that they are not, right? They're independent, or they are not independent, or dependent is the other way to do it. And so we're going to use StatCrunch. We're not going to do this by hand. I've been recommending. You could do all this stuff by hand, but I'm not recommending that. So you would open the data in StatCrunch. StatCrunch puts the data into, the information is put into a table. So the row information is level education, and then your columns are your health level. You're going to run a hypothesis test of independence. And to do that, though, it's tables, because it's a table, contingency table, because of the multiple variables. And we have it summarized already. The columns are your health. Your row is education. And that's it. That's all we need. And it's a chi-square test for independence. You compute that, you end up with your chi-square value, 9.489, and your p-value, 0.393. And so those are the numbers that you would go here. Your p-value is greater than 0.10. And because of that, of course, because of the greater than 0.10, we would then, the p-value is so big, we fail to reject the null hypothesis, right? We're not rejecting this. So then we say there's not sufficient evidence to say the variables are associated, or they're dependent, right? Dependent means that they're associated. We don't have enough data to say that, or evidence to say that. Now looking at the next piece, conditional probability of health by level of education. What we're doing is just going to calculate the relative frequency. So for example, what percent of people are not high school graduates and excellent, given that we're doing it by level of education. So in this case, you would take 58 and then divide it by this, how many people are not high school graduates. So in this case, you would divide 58 divided by the sum of the row. In that case, 59 would, this number here is 59 divided by the sum of the row, because we're looking at by level of education. So that's the total, and that's what you would end up dividing. And after you get your numbers, then you would end up with you just kind of have to estimate which bar graphs are made from that.